Let your future flourish by honoring each promise you make to yourself. Your heart is always watching. When you feel powerless against life's onslaught, remember it is in choosing how to carry on that you reclaim your strength. Forgiving your missteps frees your soul to stride onward, unshackled by the weight of the past. A star does not vanish at dawn. Likewise, real hope persists even when prosperity overshadows it, only to shine in your darkest hours. Those who plan do not imprison tomorrow. They transform it into today's blueprint for a brighter horizon. When you tire of starting anew, hold the line. Perseverance is the surest antidote to perpetual restarts. If you keep seeking external permission, your dream languishes in the waiting room. Dare to begin. Even sorrow's depth is outdone by the soul's capacity to rise beyond it, if only you choose. Bitterness may be the easiest reaction to adversity, yet it yields no harvest of wisdom. Open yourself to the lesson instead. If you let fear hold the wheel, your destination will always be regret. Drive forward with conviction. Pain does not vanish by lament. It transforms into strength when faced head-on. Your comfort zone is but a cocoon. True life begins when you dare to leave its confines. When we examine our frustrations, we often find they are self-fashioned walls begging to be torn down. If you dread the regret of untried paths, remember that bravery is often the simplest yes to possibility. Honor the spark in your heart over the echoes of your doubts, and let that emboldened flame lead you. True maturity emerges when you forego excuses and complaints, choosing instead to craft solutions. Abandon illusions that your path must match another's. A different route does not imply you are lost. Resilience is found not by turning back the clock, but by recommitting your spirit to fresh starts. Both the orchard of success and the desert of failure begin similarly. It is how you tend each day that diverges their paths. Confidence sows victory long before the first step is taken. Wish not for a gentler life. Wish instead for a fiercer spirit to face life's trials. Resist letting fear alone craft your narrative. Replace its pen with the ink of your dearest aspirations. Time can slip by unseen, yet the resolve you wake with and the contentment you sleep with can fill each minute with purpose. When you unchain yourself from the illusions others have for you, you discover the life you truly desire. The day you muster enough faith to chase an idea, no matter the odds, is the day you truly begin to live. Though years pass swiftly, each morning reaffirms that renewal can happen in a single dawn. Every challenge sculpts your character. Every conflict reveals a deeper layer of who you are. When you gaze upon your own memory, may it be filled with moments in which you followed through on every promise to yourself. Embrace the risk of being alive. Safety's illusion can cost you the grand discovery of your own potential. In the final pages, all that remains is whether you honored your path with sincerity, not how painless it was. The gift of tomorrow is shaped in this hour. Act with daring faith to bring the future nearer. Quitting is never the remedy for the pain of starting over. The cure lies in unwavering perseverance. To walk beyond comfort is to discover that true life thrives at the boundary of the unknown. Look not backward to change the past. Look ahead to mold the unwritten chapters into something glorious. If the clock cannot be reversed, then let it be reborn with new purpose and unwavering will. The rays of hope are not always visible in the brightness of prosperity, but in the dark hush of hardship they shine. Even the harshest fall can become the impetus for a stronger reawakening. Much like a star charted during the darkest night, adversity can guide you to your brightest self. Fleeing from life's tests will never bestow you peace. You must walk through them to find your calm. Though your hand may be poor, skillful play can trump even the luckiest deal. Discovering you deserve more radiant tomorrows is the single greatest key to releasing your darker yesterdays. Our illusions often crumble when we face life's truths, yet from that loss emerges genuine wisdom. Your mind can conjure a prison more confining than any wall. Free your thoughts and watch your world expand. You might spend your years drawing boundaries, yet a single act of bravery can see you boldly crossing them instead. Life does not rewind for us. Only by winding our will anew can we make better use of each second. A horizon's promise of greatness becomes clear only once you step beyond the sight you currently know. Fear is the seed of excitement waiting for a braver perspective. The infinite potential you carry cannot bloom unless you turn belief into action. No one can truly push you around if you choose to follow the dreams in your heart over the whispers of your fears. When you stand for something worthy, even if you stand alone, your character becomes unshakable. When you are anxious that it might be too soon to surrender, remember it is always too early to quit. Our illusions may comfort us, but growth demands we dissolve them to discover higher truths. Contentment blooms when your ambition stretches your imagination and ignites your spirit. If you find yourself beginning over and over, perhaps resilience is your greatest victory. Yet vow to never give in. Time and chance appear in every life. Yet how many stand ready with open hearts to seize the moment? A new horizon emerges the moment you refuse to linger in the place you've always been. Where you stand now is but a page in your story. The next lines are yours alone to write. Your heart must be both pen and paper. Compose your life with earnest strokes, then edit with love. Confidence is victory already half won before the battle even begins. When the night of adversity comes, do not despair. Stars are most radiant against a dark sky. Planning is the act of ushering tomorrow's dreams into today's realm, so that you may work on them now. Unveil your spirit by forging forward with unwavering faith, though each step reveals only so much. Nothing shapes tomorrow like a well-chosen attitude today. That is the final human freedom. Life is a symphony of attempts. If you yearn for better results, court more failure to refine your art. Do not nurse illusions that tomorrow is promised. Let the morning find you determined, and the evening content. Pain cannot be avoided, yet deciding whether it becomes a life sentence or a lesson lies in your hands. When you can laugh at your own foibles, you glimpse the moment you first tasted real maturity. Cherish the day that never returns, for its fleeting nature is what makes it so exquisitely sweet. A single decisive step away from old habits can redirect the course of an entire life. Write each chapter of your life boldly and with an open heart. Edit only to refine, never to erase your truth. When unspoken courage meets adversity, something miraculous unfolds, the person you were meant to be. It is better to outgrow illusions than to remain among them, for illusions keep you stagnant. If you believe yourself powerless, you hand the real power to your doubt. Happiness is as deep as the resolve of your mind to seek it. Part ways with living for others' approval. It's a pledge that suffocates your soul's own calling. Build a life from each misstep. Lay those bricks carefully, and in time you will stand upon your own solid ground. Your tomorrow begins in this precise moment. Act now, for hesitation only deepens regret. The world bows aside for a soul who strides forth with unwavering intent. Even the wounds we carry can be burned as precious fuel, propelling our journey onward. The mightiest gains in life emerge when we chase purpose rather than mere applause. We evolve most profoundly amid difficulties, for the spirit grows robust in the fires of conflict. There is a melody in each voyage that eludes the traveler's ear, yet guides the heart onward. Waste no more breath lamenting or explaining. Meet each sunset with bold deeds and no regrets. From the simplest labor to the grandest aim, you can achieve all, just not all at once. We are sculpted by our own thoughts, our destiny shaped by the mind's quiet forging. The hardest blow of all is to carry old burdens without letting them become the steps of our ascent. Life circumstances can rob you of many things, but never your freedom to choose your own attitude. When you feel the sting of longing for a different life, remember you stand but one bold decision away. Perception casts reality in our own reflection. What we encounter is often who we are. Ask not for easier roads, but a stronger stride to traverse them. Endings are illusions. On a round earth, what seems final may be a turning point in disguise. Should you toil to avoid every storm, you may never discover the fortitude born of weathering it. Whatever realm you wish to conquer, summon the bravery to look beyond the horizon of the familiar. Nothing we endure can overshadow the promise of the coming dawn if we choose to believe in it. Lay a foundation from every stone hurled at you, constructing the grand fortress of your success. Your own brilliance waits quietly for you to allow it forward. Do not keep it waiting any longer. Authentic maturity arrives when you forego excuses and complaints, choosing instead to craft solutions. Set your heart upon an ambition that liberates your spirit and enlivens your hope, and happiness will follow. Though the days may feel endless, the years slip quickly through our fingers. Cherish every dawn. Let your heart guide you forward, for no clock can be rewound, yet tomorrow always begins anew. In the end, it matters less what we lose than how we choose to rise. You discover the shape of your courage when you trust yourself enough to step beyond familiarity. Sometimes it takes the world falling apart for better wonders to be built in its place. To live by doubt is like embracing stillness and calling it a journey. Treasures lie beyond your comfort, for it is on the fringe of risk that you truly discover your strength. Look to your hardships not as curses, but as teachers guiding you to discover who you truly are. Stop carrying your mistakes on your shoulders. Instead, turn them into the steps that help you rise. You may feel small, but a single mosquito is proof that even the tiniest force can stir a night of change. In the end, both the king and the pawn reside in the same box, reminding us that true worth is revealed beyond titles. Excellence arises when we dare to fail twice as often, thus doubling our resolve to succeed. A steady heart can surmount the fiercest load. It is not weight, but the way we bear it. Nothing stings like a blow to pride, yet that jolt may awaken the greatest growth within you. By day we dream in slumber. By hope we dream with eyes open, building tomorrow on today's aspirations. If the path dazzles your eyes, let your heart guide you onward without questioning its destination. It is through the nights of struggle that the star of hope shines brightest. We discover our boundaries only by venturing beyond them, transforming the impossible into possibility. Life does not rely on fairness, yet it is still gentler than the finality of death. If you tire of beginning anew, perhaps the true answer is to cease giving up. Our future selves stand witness to our actions through the memories we forge. Withdraw your dreams, and all that endures is an empty shell. So guard them fiercely. When the mind dares to envision and believe, it is capable of bringing forth its own miracles. Unhappiness often lies in refusing transformation, not in the act of changing itself. Sometimes all you need is a gentle beam of light to guide the journey. Trust that it's enough to see you through the darkest roads. Your own acceptance births a resonant harmony, so that the world itself comes to embrace you. No measure of regret reshapes yesterday. No amount of worry alters tomorrow. Peace lies in the present. Fail to choose, and you forfeit the magic of forging a new path. Do not fear if the choice is right. Fear not choosing at all. The world bows aside for a soul who stride.